In the heart of the desert, a revolution is brewing. For a century, football's soul resided in Europe's historic cathedrals, built on the myth that prestige cannot be bought. Then, a single golden signature from Cristiano Ronaldo shattered that illusion. What the world dismissed as a sunset tour was actually the opening salvo of a multi-billion-dollar blitzkrieg. Driven by an infinite sovereign wealth fund, Saudi Arabia isn't just playing the game, they are hijacking it. Welcome to the era of the takeover. This is why the Saudi Pro League is becoming the most expensive force in sporting history. The architecture of ambition, the PIF factor. To understand why this league carries a price tag that makes the Premier League look modest, one must understand the infinite wallet. Unlike European clubs that rely on ticket sales, TV rights, and the cautious oversight of UEFA's financial fair play, the Saudi Pro League, SPL, is fueled by the Public Investment Fund, PIF. With assets surpassing $925 billion, the PIF isn't just an investor, it is a sovereign engine. In 2023, the fund effectively nationalized the Big Four, Al-Hilal, Al-Nassr, Al-Ittihad, and Al-Ahli. By taking a 75% stake in these clubs, the Saudi government didn't just provide a transfer budget, they provided a financial vacuum. They created a reality where no player was too expensive and no salary was too high to be justified. In the initial 2023 to 2024 surge, the league's net spend on transfers was a staggering $957 million. When you factor in astronomical wages, some exceeding $200 million annually per player, the total investment pushed toward the $3 billion mark in less than 12 months. This capital injection has created a trickle-up effect. European clubs now find their internal valuations warped because the Saudi floor for a superstar is significantly higher than the European ceiling. The talent pipeline, hunting in the prime. The strategy evolved with terrifying speed. Initially, the league targeted legacy brands, players like Karim Benzema and N'Golo Kanté. These were icons whose names alone sold jerseys and broadcasting rights in 130 different countries. However, being the most expensive league requires more than just buying the past. It requires owning the present. By 2025 and 2026, the strategy turned predatory toward Europe's prime talent. The league began outbidding Champions League giants for players in their absolute peak. Neymar Jr., a $90 million transfer with a lifestyle package including private jets and a mansion with a full domestic staff. Moussa Diaby and Rúben Neves, elite talents who had their best years ahead of them, choosing the desert over the prestige of the English Premier League. Gabri Veiga. The move of this 21-year-old Spanish prodigy to Al-Ahli sent shockwaves through the scouting world. It proved that the SPL wasn't just a graveyard for legends, it was a destination for the future. This shift represents a fundamental threat to the European ecosystem. When young prospects choose Riyadh over London or Munich, the prestige argument evaporates in the face of generational wealth. Vision 2030, the macroeconomic machine. Why spend billions on a ball game? The answer isn't found on the pitch, but within the blueprints of Saudi Vision 2030. This is a geopolitical masterstroke led by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to pivot the nation's future away from oil. By pouring capital into the Saudi Pro League, the kingdom is fueled by 4 key objectives. First, economic diversification aims to skyrocket sports from a tiny 0.2% of GDP to over 3%. Second, the league serves as a global branding powerhouse, placing Riyadh and Jeddah on the same cultural map as London or Paris. Third, it fast-tracks massive infrastructure projects, building the cathedrals of sport required for the 2034 FIFA World Cup. Finally, it serves as social engineering, inspiring a population where 60% are under 35 to embrace a healthier lifestyle. Furthermore, this financial blitz acts as a gateway for international trade and luxury tourism, turning every match day into a high-stakes networking event for the world's elite. By creating the world's most expensive league, Saudi Arabia ensures the global gaze never shifts. This isn't just about buying players, it's about buying a seat at the head of the global table and redefining the kingdom's legacy for the next century. The privatization era, the 2026 shift. As we move through 2026, the league is entering a more mature phase. The Wild West days of 2023 have given way to the great privatization. the government is now auctioning off smaller clubs to massive domestic and international corporations. Saudi Aramco, the world's most profitable company, took over Al-Qadsiya, immediately funding a roster that rivals mid-table European teams. This ensures that the financial burden is spread across the kingdom's corporate titans, making the expensive league model sustainable for decades to come. Furthermore, the league introduced a centralized player acquisition center. This is a high-tech war room that negotiates all major transfers to ensure the league isn't just throwing money at players, but spending it strategically to maintain competitive balance. This prevents clubs from bidding against each other and driving prices even higher. A level of internal coordination that European leagues, bound by individual club interests, can only dream of. The inflation of excellence. We are currently witnessing the hollowing out of the footballing middle class, as Saudi clubs offer wages that are 4, 5, or even 10 times the European standard. Clubs in the Eredivisie, or the lower half of the Premier League, are finding it impossible to retain talent. This isn't just a spending spree, it is a total market reconfiguration that leaves traditional powerhouses scrambling to keep their stars. The SPL is also investing heavily in the hidden costs of football to ensure long-term dominance. Youth academies, hiring the world's best scouts from Ajax and Benfica to harvest homegrown talent. Medical facilities, building clinics that surpass the standards of the world's top hospitals, ensuring elite player longevity. Coaching staff, luring tactical minds away from the Champions League to build a sophisticated tactical identity in the desert. This aggressive expansion is designed to cripple the competition while elevating the Saudi brand to unparalleled heights. The goal is clear. By 2030, the Saudi Pro League doesn't want to just be the most expensive league. It wants to be the indisputable gold standard of the global game. A new world order. The old guard of European football is shivering. For the first time in history, the Big Five leagues are facing a competitor that cannot be bullied and cannot be outbid. The Saudi Pro League has turned the transfer market into a playground where the entry fee is $100 million and the stakes are national pride. Is it a bubble? The numbers suggest otherwise. With the 2034 World Cup looming on the horizon, this billion-dollar experiment is only just beginning. The desert isn't just blooming, it's buying the very best the world has to offer. The center of the footballing universe hasn't just moved. It has been bought, sold, and relocated to the sands of Arabia. The era of European exclusivity is over. We are witnessing the birth of a new superpower, built on oil and an unrelenting desire to be number one. From the neon lights of Riyadh to the boardrooms of the PIF, the message is clear. The game has changed. That is why this league is now the world's most expensive. It possesses the unique capital to shatter traditional financial limits, offering wages that the rest of the world simply cannot match. Can billions truly buy the soul of football, or is this just a high-stakes game of Monopoly? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Is this revolution saving football or destroying its roots? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.